102 days away from the largest tax hike in our history, yet Congress has made little progress in dealing with the expiring Bush tax cuts. And this week, they're in D.C. for less than 2 days.
Will anything get done? To Republican Congressman Shadegg from Arizona, who is not running for re-election. So, we get the most truthful answers from the men and women who are not up for re-election. So let's hear it, Representative. Tell us, do you think anything will get done between now and the election?
Well, first of all, I think it's bizarre. I think your point's well taken. Here we are on the verge of this gigantic tax increase, and we're doing nothing. Will anything get done? One thing is clear. Nothing will get done before the election. And you have to think about that. Okay, so we're on the precipice of this huge tax increase, and the ruling party is saying, trust us. Re-elect us in this election in November, and we'll take care of not raising your taxes during the month of December. I think that's a little bizarre. And I think that the American people are being asked to gamble on the Congress doing something. They've had a year and a half. They've had almost 2 years to get something done. They haven't done anything. Now they say, re-elect us and trust us. We'll make sure your taxes don't go up.
Well, the magic number is 39. That's how many Democrats have to go over to the Republican side in order to prevent a tax increase. Apparently, this is just out from Politico. They've got 38 now. They're 38. You guys have 38 Democrats in the House willing to come over and go against the president on this issue. If it reaches the 39-point level, what happens then? Do you try to push something through quick to keep taxes where they are?
I think we'll try. I think Nancy Pelosi will use the procedural power she has as Speaker to make sure nothing happens. We're not being driven by anything other than ideological fervor right now, her fervor to make sure that we do not reduce taxes, that we keep the American economy in fear and in limbo of these tax increases going into effect. It's kind of bizarre. I mean, everybody understands that there are billions of dollars sitting on the fence waiting to jump into this economy, being told, no, we're not going to establish any rational policy. We want you to re-elect us, and then we'll figure out what to do after that. I think Republicans will try. I think it'll be hard.
Okay, let's get to paying for this, because nobody likes a tax hike. They don't even like reverting back to the mean, which is what we had before the Bush tax cuts. But just to extend the Bush tax cuts, for all intents and purposes for everybody, 1 year would cost $116 billion, 2 years, $337 billion. How do we pay for it if we're being fiscally responsible?
Well, I think we absolutely have to be fiscally responsible. And indeed, that's one of the things that's going to come out of this election. I think people are more scared about spending than anything else. How do you pay for it? We've got to roll federal government spending back to prior to the recession, prior to this downturn in the economy. Roll it back to spending levels of 2008, maybe 2007, which we can do and which would not destroy the economy. Indeed, back in 1995 and 1996, when my class came in, we leveled out federal spending for 2 years, and the economy boomed. I think the fairest way to do it is to do an across-the-board cut so you affect everybody the same. And back in 94 and 95, that's what the American people told us they were willing to do. People who said, look, I have the most important program in all of federal government, but if you'll cut my program the same as you cut every other program, or for that matter, just don't let it grow any faster than the others grow, then I can accept that. And I think that's the way to handle this.
Congressman Shadegg, Republican from Arizona, what are you going to do once you left Congress?
Try to straighten the place out from the outside.
All right, best of luck to you. Thank you, sir.
Does that mean lobbyist?
Thank you.